we're going to start by rolling those hands behind us, bringing those thumbs towards the soles of the feet. Close the eyes and begin with a breath. Allow that tummy to rise on the inhale. Belly button coming back to spine on the exhale. Allow that breath to deepen and lengthen. Tummy moving with the breath. That inhale filling the tummy, pushing it right out. That exhale bringing that belly button right back to the spine. Breath feeling nice and full and deep. Allow one hand to come onto the lower abdominals, one hand to come onto the chest. So you can feel this journey of the breath. Now don't forget, if you feel uncomfortable sitting on the backs of your heels, feel free to sit on a cushion or feel free to totally adjust the way you're sitting. Full stop, coming onto your bottom instead if that feels better. Feel the flow of that breath. And use that exhale to start to deepen and lengthen it. Good, just take one more breath here. And exhale, release those hands down, bringing those thumbs back towards the soles of the feet again. Inhale, really lift that chest up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and lead with the chest. Bring that chest onto the sides, forehead onto the floor. And if your forehead touches the floor, release those arms down by your sides, letting the arms melt into the mat. Continue that nice deep breathing. Feeling that tummy push against the thighs on the inhale. And on the exhale, lift that head gently, look up, come up with a nice tall spine. We're going to take those knees wide, take a hand to each knee, roll those shoulders back and open, beautiful open chest, nice deep breath to the top of the lungs. And as we exhale, hinging at the hips again, bringing that chest towards the floor, and this time stretch the arms out, coming into a full extended child's pose. Work with the breath. That inhale, taking those fingers gently forward, that exhale, sinking that bottom back to the heel. Find that length in the spine. Two more breaths here. Allow that breath to be beautiful and full. Feel that breath. And on the exhale, lift that head up. And we're going to come onto all fours into our tabletop. Tuck the toes under to start with. We're going to stretch the feet. And this isn't the most comfortable position, I'm not going to lie to you. But on the exhale, bring that bottom back towards the heels. That might be enough for you, so if you stay here. Otherwise, walk those hands up and come and sit on the tops of those toes. So you're really stretching into those toes. We don't do it that often. It's not comfortable, I know that, but we're going to take a few breaths here. If it feels too much, you can come out early at any time. Otherwise, we inhale, come up, exhale down. And we're going to do two more. Last one. Extend that exhale to come back to that tabletop. Stretch the fronts of the feet out onto the floor. Walk those hands back again. If it feels comfortable, allow those knees to lift up off the floor. So it doesn't need to be a lot of height, but a little bit of height there, just to be able to stretch the front of the feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down. Walk the hands all the way forward to the end of the mat. Knees are hip distance apart. Push that bottom up in the air. Bring that chest down towards the ground, coming into our puppy pose. Nice deep breaths here. Sink that chest into the floor. Each exhale helping that chest melt. And 2 more breaths here, allowing that exhale to help soften you down. Good, we're going to lift that head up on the exhale, come into the hands, walk the hands back into that tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, we're going to do some cat-cows here. That inhale allows us to release everything down to the floor, taking that gaze gently up. Exhale, starts with a tilt to the pelvis, belly button back spine, curve that back round. And lastly, almost by default, the head rolls to look towards the feet. That inhale, releasing, opening that chest. That exhale, that pulling through the body. Go with your own breath and up to 3 more. You want that spine to almost feel wave-like in how it goes. Allowing yourself to be fully led by that breath. Good. Hands go forward, a length circle with those hips. And you can make this as dramatic or as undramatic as you like. Bring that bottom back towards the heels, circling them around. This is literally a case of whatever feels good. And go the other way when you're ready. Come back to that tabletop. We're going to take that left hand underneath the face, palm facing down. Inhale, right arm towards the end of the mat. Exhale, bring the forehead onto that left hand, bottom up into the air. Opening the chest from a slightly different way, allowing the shoulders to still stretch. Nice deep breath, allow that tummy to move. Exhale, lift that head up, slide that right arm back. Right hand goes in front of you, palm face down. Exhale, bring the head down. Whilst this time I've inhaled and stretched that left hand up. It's a little bit more of a sliding movement than last time. Doesn't really matter, just get there however feels best and allow yourself to be engaged with that breath while you move. Exhale, lift that head, slide that left hand back, coming back up. And I promised you a runaway train, right? So let's start to get some real movement in. We don't want to go too hard, too fast, do we? It's dark outside. So spread those fingers nice and wide and take them slightly forward the shoulders. I'm tucking my toes under because we're going to come into our down dog. So on the exhale, lift those knees up, crown of the head comes towards the floor, and then lengthen into the legs. Now cycle. Make that cycle nice and slow. Allow those hamstrings to start open up. Find that length in the spine. Good. Only when you're ready, take a nice deep breath. Lengthen that chest towards the ground, let the shoulders come away from the ears. Exhale, start to straighten the legs. Do it nice and gently. I'm going to keep mine bent for a little while. Find that stillness. Strong arms. Nice long spine. 2 more breaths. Second exhale, bring your knees down towards the ground. Gently sit back up. Flick out those arms. Bring them over if you want to, just to give them a nice deep stretch. And we'll interlace those hands behind us. Lift that chest up on an inhale. So sigh it out if it feels good. One more. And release. Good. Drink some water if you need to, because we're actually going to do a little bit of flow. So we're going to follow it along and try and do it as we go. Start by going from down dog into plank, down dog, plank, down dog, plank. So we're going to get the arms involved a little bit. Now, from there we'll come into our cobra. If we are having a little bit of a kind of evening, more chilled kind of vibe, but feeling quite strong, we're going to go into our cobra and we're going to have a little twist there. And then we're going to come up to standing from there. I'll start when we get to standing and explain where we're going next, and then we are going to get very flowy. Don't forget, you can always rewind if you missed anything anyway. So we're going to come back into that tabletop, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Knees are going to be hip distance apart. Tuck those toes under. On the exhale, push that bottom back and up to the sky. Should feel a little bit easier now we've done one, but don't worry if you need to keep your knees bent a little bit. Take a moment to find that right alignment for you. Pushing that bump to the sky, allowing those shoulders to come away from the ears, and then exhaling through those heels. Good. Now, it always takes me a little while, a few breaths to get into a perfect down dog. So if it does you too, don't worry about it. Now, on the next exhale, we're going to come up with high heels, and we're going to feed our body forward into that high plank. Now, you want to feel like no soggy bottoms, no half down dogs. Try and find that middle ground where everything feels like it's perfectly aligned. If it feels too much for you, you can drop to your knees. Otherwise, keep them lifted, bottom engaged. Exhale, back to your down dog. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, plank. Engage that core, bottom's engaged as well. Push away at the floor. Inhale. Exhale, back. Exhale into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. For our last one, from the next plank, we're going to come into our cobra. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, plank. Now from here, drop to your knees and come down, or chaturanga. If you're going to chaturanga, nice and steady, hover just above the floor. Inhale up. Don't forget there's different levels here. You can be sphinx, pulling those elbows back towards the hips. You can be cobra with a nice bend, or you can be full down dog. Whatever works for you is what you're going to go for. And let the shoulders roll away from the ears, the chest feel open. Breathe. Now if you want to get a little bit twisty, this is where we bend at that right arm. Straighten that left, look towards the feet. Otherwise, stay where you are. You can do so whichever level you're at. Inhale, center. Inhale, next exhale, going to the other side. Come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, come down to the mat. resting breath. Nice and deep. On the next inhale, lift into those hands again. Squeeze those bum cheeks together. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push back up to down dog, or onto that tabletop if that feels easy for you, then down dog today. Now you can either walk your feet forward on an exhale, take that gaze forward and jump. Lengthen through those legs gently. Back can hang. We're ragdolling here, not forward folding. To allow that head to hang, rock on those feet, grab the elbows, really allow yourself just to fall and fold into it. No effort applied. Sway like you're a tree in the wind. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, bring our hands to our shins, straighten out our back for our sitya, our half fold. Allow those shoulders to come down through the back, cascading like a waterfall. Bottom pushing out to the other end of the room, crown of the head to the other. Feel that gorgeous stretch down the back of the legs. Inhale deeply. Tummy still fills with air. Exhale just as deeply. Beautiful. Now on the exhale, try and keep that length we've created. We're going to hinge at the hips rather than the back and bring our hands towards the ground. If they don't reach, it's fine to go with wherever they do reach, okay? Allow that head to hang. Good. Going to inhale, take your arms wide and upstanding. Exhale, bring them down. We're going to do 2 more of those. Chest filling with air as we do. Last one. Hold it there, thumbs coming to the heart center. Nice deep breaths. And exhale, release. Good. So we're going to do a nice side stretch before we come on to do a little bit more of a flow that we were talking about. And I will demonstrate just before we come down so you know where you're going. But we're going to take that right foot over the left. Bring those arms up into the sky again. Let the palms touch. On the exhale, take the hips over to the right, arms over to the left. Those elbows pull back, shoulders nice and low. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release. Other side, left foot crosses over the right. Inhale those arms up, palms touch. Hips go over to the left, reach to the right. Chest feels beautifully open. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Good. Now, flow is going to be a little bit more tricky. If you don't want to do it, fast forward through this bit, that's fine. I'm going to demonstrate really quickly, so excuse posture and everything like that, but it's just so you know where we're going. We'll lift one arm, we'll lift 2 arms, open that chest. We'll exhale, fold much slower than this, coming down. You can either jump or step back, but we'll come into that down dog. Now, down dog is going to be our basis on this, okay? So take a moment to get nice and comfy, have a little wiggle, have a little cycle if you need to. We'll inhale the leg up into the air. So coming into our 3-legged dog. We'll bend the knee, exhale, bring it forward. Inhaling up. Exhale, bend at the knee. Bring that leg forward. This left leg, we're going to slide onto the side, hook that leg over, come up like so. Put that hand down, keep that leg lifted, twist on that back foot. Inhale, leg up, bend at the knee, twisting to onto the foot on the other side, drop that foot down, lift the pelvis up. Exhaling, coming back, foot remains lifted, inhale, exhale. Hands come up. Hands go down. Exhale, back. Ragdoll rolling up. Inhale, reaching up. And back. Don't worry if it looks too complicated, give it a go. You can come forward with that leg as much as you feel necessary. When we're hooking the leg over, if it doesn't work, just keep the leg on the floor, for example. So we're coming aside. If we can't hook it, just bring it down like so. Or lift that leg up, keep the arm down. Different options there, okay? When we're coming into a wild thing, which actually I'll show on the other side just so you can see me, lifting that pelvis up, you can drop that leg down if it feels too much and reach it like so. There are lots of different options to try. Don't feel like you have to do the hardest one. Now, if you already know what you're doing, maybe you've done this video once already, feel free to fast forward on the instructions and join me at the front of the mat. I'm just going to have a drink first. Good. Now, before we begin, feel grounded, find that perfect posture. Hunch on the exhale, open on the inhale. This is all about opening, strengthening, becoming your own little warrior, finding your own roots with each breath. And then come to a lovely, proud posture where everything feels like it's stacked on top of itself. Palms facing out, gaze forward. Find that steady rhythm in your breath and feel like you're breathing through all four corners of the foot. We want this practice to be a strong, steady, rooted practice. So when we open and we lift, we're coming from great ground. So let's do one arm at a time. Inhale, right arm up. Inhale, left arm up. Inhale, open that chest. Mild back bend. Exhale, reach forward, stretch, 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 stretch. Bring the hands towards the floor, doesn't matter if they don't reach. Inhale, find some length in the spine, half fold or sitting posture. Exhale, full fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Like I said, you can step back or jump back. If you're stepping back, right leg, the left leg. If you're jumping, like I did in the demo, little bunny hop. Adjust, find steady, find grounded, find stillness. Use that inhale to really lengthen that bottom up to the sky. Like that chest is opening. Shoulders pulling away from the ears. Use that exhale to lengthen through those legs. Put down your roots. Good, now we're going to inhale the right leg up to start with. Three-legged dog, stretch that leg. Exhale, bend at the knee. Bring it forward between the hands. Find that length of the spine if you can. Inhale up. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, bend at the knees. Bring it forward. Inhale up. Exhale, bend at the knee. Now on the left leg, we're going to come onto the inside of the foot. Take that right foot over the left, and we take that left arm up into the sky. Take that gaze up if you can. Hold for a nice deep breath. Exhale, bring that hand down. Twist back onto the tips of the toes on the left leg. Extend that right leg up to three-legged dog again. Don't forget you can bring it down if you need to. Exhale, bend at the knee. We're going to slide to the outside foot on that left leg now. Drop that foot behind you. Inhale, push the pelvis up. Lift that right arm into the sky. Wild thing. Don't forget you can drop that knee down. Good. Exhale, bring the right hand down first. Twist on that left foot back to the toes. Right leg goes up again into our three-legged dog. Bend at the knee. Exhale, look forward, pull that between the hands. Back toes on the floor, heels lifted, hands down by the sides. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink. Breathe. Tummy moving. Exhale. Hands are going to go down either side of that foot. Take it back to your down dog if it's easier for you. Or you can step that back leg forward, coming into that ragdoll. Don't worry about the position of your back. Let the head hang. We're going to roll up from here. So hands go on the legs, head's nice and low. Head's going to be the last thing to come up. It's like we're unraveling, unwinding something here. Inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale them down. One more breath the same way, inhaling those arms up. Hold it there. Allow that breathing to return to normal if it's sped up at any point. Ready to do the other side. Exhale, bring those hands down. Start with the left hand this time. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, ground. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, ground. Inhale, chest opens, mild back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bring yourself forward towards the ground. Inhale, city or half fold. Bottom pushes out, crown of head towards the other. Find that length. Exhale, full fold. Get your hands on the floor, bend at the knees if you need to. You can either step back, this time you do left and right, or bunny hop, whichever feels good for you. Come into that down dog. Adjust again. Remember, you're going to use this as your base for a lot of these exercises. So find that length in the spine. Use that inhale to open that chest. Get that bottom up into the air. Use the exhale to soften. When you're ready, we're going to inhale left leg up this time, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend at the knee, bring it forward. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bend at the knee, one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, bend at the knee. We're going to hook it on the outside of that right leg. So twizzle the right leg onto the inside. Hook that foot over. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Look to the floor if the balance isn't there, or take that gaze up. Hips are lifted. One more breath. Exhale, bring the hand down. Twist on that right foot back to the center. Three-legged dog. Inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, bend at the knee. Take that foot behind you. So we're twizzling onto the outside foot on the right. Lift the pelvis up. Arm opens up. Reach the sky into wild thing. One more breath. Lovely openness through the chest. Exhale, hand comes down first. Take that leg back up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bend at the knee. Exhale, look forward. Bring it between the hands. Find that length in the spine. Doesn't matter if you have to take a moment to adjust. Hands down by the side. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, soften. You can still see my toes on that left leg. Back leg is nice and active. Chest feels open. 2 breaths here. Exhale, bring those hands down. We're going to jump that back leg forward, or again, feel free to step into down dog and come from there. Good, head's nice and low. Rock on those feet. Hands go onto the legs, and we're again, head's gonna stay nice and low. We're gonna unravel up. Head's lasting to come up. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, bring them down. One more. Thumbs stay at the heart center. Worry about adjusting your clothes or your hair. Close the eyes and slow that breath down. If you're ever cold, that flow will definitely warm you up. One more breath. Good, and release. Actually, you're going to come back down to the floor. Because if I get us standing, we'll never keep us under some sort of time. So coming towards the front of the mat, we're going to inhale, bring those arms wide and up. As we exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward. When you've gone as far as you can go with a nice flat back, just inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, fold. You can jump or step back, whichever feels good for you. Coming into down dog again. Cycle it out. This isn't a still down dog. Good. And then find some stillness when you're ready. We're going to inhale that right leg up again. Exhale, bend at the knee. Bring that knee forward, coming behind the right hand. Right foot's behind the left hand. You got it. We're coming into pigeon. Straighten out that left leg on the floor. Fingers in pyramids first. Get that nice tall spine. Things we need to worry about in pigeon. You want hips going off to one side or the other. You want to keep nice and level throughout. Back leg, we also want to make sure it's nice and straight and in line. Nice deep breath in. As we exhale, bring yourself forward. Now, if it feels too much for you, you can stay on your hands. There's literally no right or wrong in pigeon. Hands, perfect. Elbows, perfect. Full sleeping pigeon, also perfect. If you're at home, you don't like this one, I feel you. There's lots of people that don't. I love it, but just because I love it doesn't mean everyone else does. Feel free to grab a block, pillow, anything you like. Rest your elbows on it. That is also a perfectly acceptable way to get into your pigeon. Basically going for whatever works for you. Sometimes, if I've done a little bit of a harder flow like that, I like to make a little pillow out of my hands, just let my head rest. But let that tummy flow with the breath. When you're ready on an exhale, you can lift your head up if it's down. Walk those hands back if they've been lower. We're going to lengthen through that spine again. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, opening up. Coming back to that wave-like feature of the spine. And inhale, come up. Palms come into the floor. I'm going to tuck the toes under on that left leg. Kick it back up. Good. That's that down dog. Definitely not a still down dog this time. Move those hips. And find that length. Find that stillness. And we'll inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend at the knee. You guessed it, look forward. Bring that knee behind the wrist. And that foot behind the right wrist. Fingers in pyramids again first. We'll untuck that back leg, lengthen it out, check it's in line. Come back to the start, hips stay nice and level. If you struggle with that, feel free to put a block under your lifted hip, and that'll help you feel a little bit more secure. Or a pillow, or whatever you've got. Inhale here. If you wish to, on the exhale, you can walk those hands forward. Remember, you can come onto elbows, come to full extended arms, extend your hands, whatever works for you. For me today, a little pillow under my head. And feel free to get an actual pillow if you want to. One more breath. Exhale, lift that head, come into those hands. Tuck the toes under the right leg. Get back up to down dog. Again, have a cycle those heels. And then when you're ready, find that lengthened spine. Just find the stillness. Before dropping down to your knees. And gently coming back up. Gonna come onto our bottom. We're gonna do a nice little spine twist here. Just to help us loosen everything out. So, coming onto the floor with the knees bent. Feet hip width apart. Arms are gonna go out shoulder height, palms facing up. Start with our right ankle onto our left knee. Take a nice deep breath. On the exhale, we're going to take that over to the left-hand side, letting the right toes touch down on the left floor. Now throughout this, keep your shoulder blades glued into the ground. They start to lift at any point, just ease off. If it feels a little bit too much, you feel like you're getting a little bit of sciatic tweaking, for example, you don't have to hold this here, you can pulse. But if it feels good, you're going to take that left hand onto the right knee and bring it closer to the ground. Go as far as you can go without that shoulder blade lifting. And again, feel free to pulse if you get any areas of discomfort, moving with the breath, using that exhale to pull the knee closer and closer to the ground. And breathe. Allow that tummy to move so deeply. Allow that exhale to really deepen, to lengthen. Nice, long, deep breath. Tweak that music just so we don't get any feedback. And as you exhale, just make it feel like as the air goes out of the nose, it takes every little patch of effort with it. Allow the muscles to melt by default. Allow the shoulders to sink. And we're going to take 2 more breaths here. Enjoying that longer, smoother exhale. And when you're ready, you can release that knee. Gently come up to the center of the longest exhale of all. Bringing the feet back down to the floor. Take a breath or two here. Allow everything to kind of resettle in the middle. And then bring the left ankle onto the right knee. Make a big, beautiful open floor shape. And on the exhale, we'll bring that over to the right. We're bringing those left toes down to the right. And again, if it feels good, you can take that right hand onto the left knee and bring it closer to the ground. Nice, long, deep breaths. Allow the tummy to move with the breath. Allow any effort, any holding to almost evaporate with that exhale, to just be taken away and blown fully out of the body. So the body is just holding itself. The weight of the body is just stretching itself. And that breath just deepens each time. The breath just lengthens each time until you're melting, sinking into the floor. If you get a few pins and needles, that's all good stuff. The body is allowing itself to drain. One more breath here. And then on the longest exhale, release that knee and come back into the center. Release that leg down to the floor, let the feet go together, knees fall out wide. Place those hands onto the lower abdominals to start with. Just so we can feel the breath, feel that work we've done with that longer exhale. Allowing it to move beneath your fingers. And if it feels good, you can take those arms up above your head and fall to the ground behind you. I want chest to be open because there's strength in vulnerability. There's strength in being open. There's strength in everything you do. And sometimes the strongest thing we can do is be open. So as you breathe and that chest lies open to the world, the tummy moves, we breathe that in, that beautiful full exhale through the chest into the stomach. Almost feels like we're breathing a beautiful bright light through the body down to the soles of the feet. And that exhale just washes all the way back up. And on the next exhale, bring those knees in together. Take those hands down by the sides. Release those legs, let them fall mat width apart. Turn those palms, let them face up. Close the eyes. And fully engage with that breath.